how's it hanging, Providence? My name is Chilbo. I am live at Boston Calling. I'm here with Tim from Strand of Oaks.
How you doing today, everybody out there in the universe?
Everybody in the universe. The answer is 42, guys, always. So welcome to Boston. Have you ever been here? And if not, have you had any chances to do any touristy stuff yet?
Oh, Boston and me go way back.
Yeah?
I got two of my bandmates from the Boston area. I've spent a lot of time up here. It's an amazing city. It's just a city where it's a pretty real city. I live in Philadelphia, and I feel like there's a lot of commonalities between Philadelphia and Boston. I love it up here.
Like what?
Just people that don't care if you're the most famous person in the world or the person just helping somebody else out. It's just people approach each other with a more reality, and it's refreshing. I love it.
We keep it real. Providence is really fake, unfortunately, but Boston's a little more.
I don't know much about Providence.
So I just watched the video for your song Everything. It's like a weird mixture between Squidbillies and Super Jail. So did you have any creative input on that, or did you just let the artist go loose?
Well, Chad Van Gallen is just a world famous cartoonist and illustrator, just amazing talent. And I think it's just kind of known that I've had a few wild nights in my life.
Right.
Maybe wilder than I should have, but I think he just channeled that energy of if that video is basically what I've seen.
Right.
Nobody else saw it,
Right.
but I saw it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a interpretation beautifully of kind of the visual things that happen when you're getting loose with some friends late at night.
The time.
Yeah, exactly.
It gave me a little bit of anxiety, but that's a good thing.
Oh, anxiety's part of it. You got to get through the anxiety to get to the sunrise.
Yeah.
That's where the beauty comes.
Yeah, definitely. So you just put out your 5th record called Hard Love. I gather your music used to be kind of a little more folky, but now this stuff has kind of some shoegazy, synthy stuff, with still retaining those folk elements. So how do you track your evolution from your first record to now?
Learning how to do it better. Yeah, you just get started, and it's like trying to cook a beautiful, like a soup or a sauce for the first time. You don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And it takes a while. It takes a while to get all the ingredients right, and it's going to take me my whole life to get it. Hopefully I get it someday, but I'm always chasing that light, and that's what I love about making records. It's not an end goal. It's just where it's the journey with each one happens. And that music I made at the beginning was a little boring. I wanted to have more fun.
Well, you're lucky that Gordon Ramsay is not tasting your records, because that would be really bad.
Oh, other people have tasted my records, and they've had pretty strong opinions, so I'm used to it.
Who's your biggest musical influence?
Oh, wow.
Generic question, I know.
Generic question. I would have to say, just kind of a range, anybody that is fearless. And I know that sounds like a throwaway answer, but
No,
the best people I look towards are the fearless ones that aren't concerned with trends or what will get them somewhere faster.
Yeah.
It's just what is closest to that inspiration that they're feeling, and and it doesn't matter genre. It's all different kinds of music inspire me every day.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So you deal with a lot of really difficult topics on Hard Love. Some of them obviously from personal experience. So what would you say to someone who wants to get into songwriting and wants to write about difficult things, but they don't want it to be too heavy-handed or too cheesy?
Well, if you're gonna write a sad song, don't write it in the bathtub with a glass of red wine and Elliott Smith playing.
Oh my God, I
Be.
do that all the time.
Oh, so did I. I was in my 20s too at some point. You'll get over it. It's fine. Then you'll just want to hear Jimmy Buffett and feel better, because life gets harder as you get older. But if you're starting out and you're feeling these emotions, don't be afraid of those feelings, but don't succumb to them to the point where you're feeling sorry for yourself. Be realistic to what you're trying to get through, but understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. In order to get there, you can't self-deprecate. You can't feel helpless. You have to feel like you can persevere through it. And, those are the best kind of songs, when you're standing at the cliff and there's a thunderstorm coming, but instead of being overtaken, you put your middle fingers up in the air and you're this isn't going to take me down. It's me versus this, and I'm going to get through it. Being strong.
That's rad. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. If you could collaborate with anyone at Boston Calling, who would it be and why?
Good question. I love Brandi Carlile's voice. I mean, she has the voice of 100 people put into one. It's such a strong voice. Tool. I mean, Tool got me
Yes.
through. Tool, Maynard, Adam. I mean, it's just my guitar playing's influenced by them. I will never be able to sing like Maynard, but I can still feel shivers down my spine every time he sings, and Sigur Rós has been probably my favorite band since, I saw them first in like 2001. And I didn't get to see them yesterday, but I think I've seen them like 20 or 30. I've seen them many times, and that is, if there's a closest thing to heaven, I think it's when Yonsei and, those beautiful people sing together and play music together. So, I mean, that would be my, I feel like I would need to really, I couldn't, their presence, I'm not intimidated, but if I had met those guys from Sigur Rós, I mean, they're my heroes. I mean, I love Tool, I love a lot of these bands, but Sigur Rós has shown me so much beauty, and I feel like I'm so grateful for them for that.
No, you can ask her. I met them yesterday, almost started crying. So that was just that was really crazy. Last question for you. If you could take one person, dip them in chocolate, and lick it off, who would it be?
Oh man.
Anyone.
Well, I'd say obviously my wife, number one, but second behind my wife would be a combination of River Phoenix or James Dean. That's some handsome man. Like James Dean right around when he made Giant, or River right around when he made that Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, respect. My wife is so beautiful too, and she'd be totally fine with that.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
totally fine.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining me, Tim, from Strand of Oaks. My name is Chilbo. Check us out at WBRU.com, and we're here at Boston Calling.